Okay, I think we're about ready to start. So good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for your time this afternoon. I know you're pretty busy, so I'll try and keep it as quick as possible. We've got an hour. I'll try and give you some time back. If not, sorry, but we'll see how we get on. But yeah, thank you for joining and welcome to today's webinar, which is an introduction to Prospect CRM, the #1 stock-aware CRM for leading accounting and inventory solutions. And firstly, before we get going, and to introduce myself, I'm Louise. I'm actually the sales manager for Prospect CRM, and my team operates globally. So we are based in the UK and over in APAC as well, just to make sure that we're covering all time zones and providing our prospective customers with the best service in all time zones. And I've actually worked with Prospect Soft for 12 years now, so pretty long in the tooth. And I've been lucky enough to watch the product grow and evolve over those years into what I'm going to show you today. Just to introduce a little bit more about us as a business, I suspect probably a good thing to do just so you know who we are. We are a UK-based division of the Access Group, which is a large software company, the biggest actually in the UK. And we were founded in 2000 before being acquired back in 2002 by the Access Group. We have over 5,000 users worldwide, and all of our product development being done is from our UK office, and the head office for the Access Group is based in Loughborough in the UK. And as I mentioned, my team and all our other customer supporting teams cover all time zones, ensuring the best support for our customers. And we have a real focus on infrastructure and security, obviously being the company we are hosting customer data. We have a real focus on that, supported by ISO accreditations. And actually, our solution is hosted in Microsoft Azure, which is a world-class hosting environment with lots of security around that as well. You can also head to our security page on our website, which is www.prospectsoft.com, to view more details on the security and all sorts of good stuff like that. So now the introductions are out the way. So why are you actually here today, and why Prospect CRM for your business? Ultimately, the biggest reason to implement Prospect CRM for your business is the product itself and how well it fits with wholesale, manufacturing and distribution businesses, just like yourself, that are using one of the integrated ERP or accounting solutions that we work with, which all of you do, and that's why you've all been invited along today to the webinar. And our product strategy is, and always has been, on providing seamless integration to those ERP and inventory solutions that you're using, allowing our product to support real businesses and real B2B sales growth, which is obviously very important for all of your businesses and for us as well. And something I love to see is our customer success stories. Just like Good Culture Kombucha, the CEO Dennis was kind enough to do a full success story for us, which you can see in full at www.prospectsoft.com/customer success stories, and the link's just down there at the bottom. We can send that to you afterwards as well. But you can see that in full there, as well as many other success stories from our customers. But just picking out a highlight from Dennis's story, he said, since using Prospect CRM in the last 12 months, our sales have doubled. Now, I'm not promising the same results in that amount of time as Dennis and Good Culture Kombucha, but the aim of today's webinar is to show you an insight into how our solution did that for Good Culture Kombucha, and how we can help you achieve similar results, and hopefully the same results, but disclosure, not promising. Firstly, before we get into kind of the product itself, it's probably important to look at how we compare in the market. As you know, or you might not know, I don't know, there are hundreds of CRM solutions out there in the market. And just for today, I've taken 3 of those, the most commonly heard of CRMs that you might have heard of yourselves or are actually using at the moment. And those to use for today's comparison, which is Salesforce, Pipedrive and HubSpot. But you could use any of the hundreds of CRMs in this comparison, to be honest. Those are just the most common ones that people tend to have heard of or have used. So reason why we've selected those for today. And there are lots of comparisons that you could make, such as the star ratings. But today, any good software business should be achieving those 4 or 5 star reviews, to be honest. So when we're looking at comparisons, the real comparison to make, which I'll focus on today, is the users and of each of these CRM solutions. And most CRMs in the market are built specifically for service-led businesses and are in no way aimed at businesses selling physical products. As you can see here on the screen, if we break down the users of Salesforce, Pipedrive, and HubSpot, using real reviewers by industry data, you can see all of them are service-led businesses, such as computer software, marketing agencies, financial services, and so on. Prospect CRM is the only CRM designed specifically for product-led businesses, which you can see when you look at our top reviewers by industry, and these are businesses like food and beverage, packaging, construction, and so on. And as you can see there as well, all are physical product businesses selling a large proportion B2B. Therefore, all of our features that we have in Prospect CRM and that we are designing are completely designed with these businesses in mind. And the way we have built our CRM is completely different to those that you might have looked at, or even, as I said, previously used, where their focus is to sell a service, but the majority of the features then in that CRM is supporting delivering that service. They're not looking to know, things like stock levels, pricing, or any kind of efficient ways to take repeat orders from their customers, which is all things that are pretty key in wholesale and distribution businesses, or at least definitely should be. And this typically means implementing one of the CRMs, one of these kind of traditional CRMs, lands you with a pretty expensive name, address, and note-taking system, which obviously is not what you want there. But hopefully today I'll show you why wholesale, manufacturing, and distribution businesses choose Prospect CRM and why we are voted the #1 stock-aware CRM, which is actually a unique phrase for our CRM solution. And obviously we've got plenty of 5-star reviews supporting this as well. And again, you can head to prospectsoft.com/reviews to see lots more about that and go and read about them for yourselves. We've also won a number of awards that we're really, particularly proud of, as these awards are voted on by real users and are not typically terms that you would associate with CRM, such as most implementable, easiest setup, loved by users, etc. Typically CRMs, do have a bad rap. I'm not embarrassed to say that, for being hard to implement and hard to get users to actually adopt those after the implementation. But as you can see, these awards are just a product of the great market fit that we have, and obviously what I'll show you today in the products. Users, that use Prospect CRM see the real benefits of using that software and want to get stuck in as quickly as possible and start, making waves with the feature sets that we have. So let's take a look at the unique phrase that we've coined, that #1 stock-aware CRM, and why we have that in place and why we are voted that #1 stock-aware CRM. So unlike traditional CRMs, we implement a really simple growth formula within Prospect CRM, and that's specifically focused for wholesale, manufacturing, and distribution businesses. And as I mentioned, pretty simple. We've got 2 areas here. The first one is getting more customers. Clearly, that's a key requirement for any successful business, regardless of industry. And then we've got, you couple that with looking at the higher customer lifetime value, so higher CLTV, which is all about looking after your existing customers and looking to increase customer spend and customer retention. So what you don't want to see is, filling up your customer base with new customers, which is definitely great. But in wholesale and distribution, when a lot of that kind of customer base is repeat ordering customers, you don't want to have this leaky bucket effect. So by combining features to get more customers and to also increase customer lifetime value, these 2 areas together should then produce repeatable and profitable growth for wholesale and manufacturing businesses. And if we take a look at that and break down break this down in a bit more detail into specific sections, you're then looking at, get new customers. So pretty simple and well-known sales funnel diagram that you can see there. So looking at filling the top of your funnel with quality leads for your business, taking them through a sales process with your sales team, and hopefully bringing them to a close and getting them to place their first order with you. And as I said, that's a pretty standard growth model for any business, regardless of industry. But for B2B product businesses, that's kind of not the end of the story. You've got to then think about onboarding those customers and getting them coming back to you time and time again to place repeat orders with you. And also then looking at increasing the average order value with those customers, their order frequency, looking at upsell and cross-sell opportunities within that customer base with products they may not yet be buying or know about. And obviously looking at that all-important retention and making sure they stay a customer with you, keep placing those repeat orders time and time again. And we also have a clear and well-structured growth playbook that we have in place and that our customers use. And if you were to implement Prospect CRM, initially our onboarders would use this to start your growth journey with us. And again, if we break that down to the growth playbook, this is a simple map of how you can achieve success with Prospect CRM. And we break this down into that get more customers. As you can see there, it's breaking down into the light blue and dark blue. So breaking that down into getting more customer features, and then also features that support looking at higher customer lifetime value. And Prospect CRM brings all of these key processes together with focus tools to ensure and maximize business growth. So things like, how do I attract new business? How do I then sell to those leads that we've brought in and those opportunities and close them off and for them to become a new customer? Then off the back of that, how do I onboard them and grow their loyalty with me as a customer? How do I then look at the order frequency and order value and increasing that? So are they not buying products, some of our product sets? Are they, getting the right products at the right time? And also then looking at how we retain those customers going forward as well, and making sure you don't have that leaky bucket effect, as I mentioned. And there's various things here that help support each of those areas within Prospect CRM, some with low effort to implement and quick, wins and return on investment. And some of these features are actually available within our free trial process. You can get quick wins even within the free trial process with doing low, investment of time or money. And these are the things I'll kind of be showing you today during the demonstration at the kind of second half of this webinar. But then you can see we've got that kind of grid there that goes up to more planning and more configuration. And you have other features that require, a bit more effort, a bit more time and execution. But executing those could have bigger payback and return on investment wins for the business. But ultimately, this is a simple map of how we and you can ensure success as you progress your journey with Prospect CRM based on, the ever-evolving business strategies and needs that are coupled with, running a business, running a successful sales team, and so on. To help identify key areas of focus for your business, we provide a growth scorecard actually as well. So, you might be thinking everything's fine and dandy in one part, or you're not really you don't really know which of those kind of segments that we've gone through, whether you're falling short on attracting new business, whether you're falling short of retaining customers. But we actually provide this growth playbook scorecard to help you identify key areas of focus, or indeed that you maybe should focus on, which I do encourage you to try. It asks a series of questions and gives a fair benchmark for each section with some best practice advice off the back of that to basically improve your scores. And actually that advice is irrespective of the CRM. So even if you don't go ahead with Prospect CRM or, I definitely would still encourage you to do this. It's worth giving it a go and see what you get. But you do need to be brutally honest. So that's one thing I would say. So be honest with your answers to get the most out of this and get the best kind of advice off the back of that as well. So you can access this if you go to prospectsoft.scoreapp.com. And again, just run through that, answer some questions, gives you some best practice advice and documentation, and that's all irrespective of Prospect CRM. So give it a go and see what your results are. And if you want to contact us to discuss them more, you definitely can do as well. So just before we get into the CRM and the demonstration, one of the key bits of reporting analysis that we have, which I'll take you through and show you how that is displayed in the CRM, is something called RFM analysis. So this is going and looking at that higher customer lifetime value segment, and how we kind of focus the growth in that area. So RFM is a reporting tool used widely by wholesale and distribution businesses. If you go and Google it, you'll find lots of information. It's not it's not a reporting logic that we actually wrote, but we've taken that important logic that all wholesale and distribution businesses use, and we've applied that to Prospect CRM. And RFM stands for recency, frequency, and monetary value. And because we have that all-important integration, which is key for us, our solution, we understand, all your customers' buying patterns and history. So we're able to actually automatically segment your customers into the different segments that you can see on the screen here, such as champion, those that bought recently, buy often, and spend the most, all the way down to categorizing at-risk customers, so those that spend big money and used to purchase often but haven't purchased for a long time. And all of this then allows you to have that real focus within your customer base to understand, where your focus should be, what the messages are that you should be providing to each of your customers, depending on, kind of what the situation is with them. But this is all driven by that key customer data that we're pulling in from the integration that we have to your ERP and accounting systems. So being able to understand how often, or when the last time a customer placed an order, how often they usually place order, and their average order values as well. One area that we did actually add was the new customer segment. So this is something that we built into the RFM for our customers, because if I go back to what I spoke about earlier, and for wholesale and distribution businesses or product-led businesses that are selling B2B, a real focus is on repeat ordering customers. So it's really key to understand those new customers that have just placed their first order with you. So we actually hold new customers in that segment until they've placed their third or fourth order, just allowing you to understand those customers that might need a bit more support, a bit of relationship building, just to get them into that kind of repeat ordering cycle that, you hope for all of your new customers. So we can provide this actionable insight graphic to you after the webinar as well. But basically just a really nice analysis on your full customer base to give you a real focus within those customers and understand what's going on at any point in time. And we have lots of information. So we've got webinars and specifically on RFM and how to leverage that to increase sales. If you go to go.prospectsoft.com/RFM, there's lots more information. So obviously I'm only going to scratch the surface of this today, but please go there or speak to one of our sales consultants about RFM in a bit more detail, and we can go through this in a lot more detail than I'm going to be able to today. But really is a key insightful tool for your customers and growing your business. So just before we head into the CRM, which I know is why everyone's here today and really wants to see and doesn't want to listen to me rambling on PowerPoint slides, but just before we head into there, I just want to kind of touch on and run through the key analysis tools that you'll see, and how we get that information. So how do we get that information from your accounting solution or your inventory solution? So to be able to provide the actual insights that we do within Prospect CRM, such as the RFM analysis, which we've just kind of spoken about, it's actually driven by that integration that we have to the ERP and inventory management systems that you guys all have, where we are pulling through all the key customer data, such as sales transactional history. And not only that, so we obviously pull through that key information that provides that analysis, but we also, the integration also allows us to pull through all of your products, your pricing, stock, things like warehouses and currencies, purchase information, all through into Prospect CRM, allowing you to then, off the back of that, create quotes and confirm orders from Prospect CRM straight into your back-end system without switching apps. And we even provide new customer creation to ensure, one unified sales interface for your customer-facing teams, providing all key customer and product data with actionable insights to maximize customer sales and customer service as well, which I'll now show you in a quick demo of the solution, which I know you've all been waiting patiently for. So thank you very much for that. So let's get on and take a look into the CRM. So on the screen, you can now see that we're on the account management dashboard, which is already pre-populated with data we've imported from your back-end accounting or ERP solution. basically getting you straight into the action, even in your free trial process. Front and centre, we have the all-important RFM analysis that we've spoken about, and that's clearly segmented into the different categorizations in the different colours there, giving you the right focus at the right time across your customer base. And if we head into one of these segments, so if I go into the at-risk customer segment here, we can see a full customer list with some other key details like their first order and last order date, their account manager, and also their total order count. You also have some options. If I just go into this little menu at the top here, you have some options to do things like add details to this report view. So you can go and add things like, I don't know, some other key information about the customers on this, this reporting front screen. You can also export the list to Excel. You can show it on a map view and even use it for targeted contact lists in our campaign management feature as well. So lots of things that you can do to utilize all these actionable insights that you're getting from Prospect CRM. If we just head back to the dashboard, we also have an overview just down here at the bottom on customer trends. So how customers are and how customers are performing for you year on year. And again, going into the see more segmentation, see more clickable button, we then get a full list of all of our customers that spend in the last 365 days versus previous 365 days. And you get that all important difference. So you can really see those customers that are performing well and those that maybe aren't and need a bit of focus. We also have some other key reports that start coming to life as you start using the system, providing further insights such as pipeline reporting, customer engagement, warnings, and a section called problems, which allows you to manage customer service tickets and after sales ticketing. You might have a bit of a warranty arm to your business, or you might indeed just use that to manage invoice queries, customer complaints, etc. So having that all-important customer after sales process brought into this one unified solution as well. We also have the AI growth engine, which is probably most notable for our wholesale and distribution customers, which allows us to highlight to you where you've got missing orders within your customer base. And again, this is all driven by the sales transactional history that we're importing for all of your existing customers. And with that knowledge, the system can automatically work out an average days between orders for each of your customers. And that then provides you with a report of who should have ordered by now. And if I go into the see more section here, we get a full list of all the customers that should have ordered by now. We can see their average days between orders, with the days since their last order as well. And it even gives us a kind of average order value. So we can see we've got total at the top here, the revenue that I'm missing from all of these missing orders. So you're basically from here getting a full list of customers that should have ordered, but also maybe, you know, early churn indicators within your customer base as well. So what you're getting just from this dashboard area, you're getting instant value from the CRM and, you know, and starting to build powerful return on investment from all this information that we're providing in actionable insight reports. You know, and again, this is all stuff that's driven by that integration that we have to your ERP and accounting system. So let's take a look at one of the customers in a bit more detail. So I'm just going to head into the loyal customer segment and I'm going to pick Flora's Farm Shop. And you can see here we store all the details that you'd expect from a CRM solution, so company name, contact information, phone number, website, etc. We also have an actions bar down the side here, so where you can store the company address, all of the contacts that work at Flora's Farm Shop. We'll come back to opportunities, but we basically have the ability for you to manage sales opportunities and pipelines within Prospect CRM. The customer service ticketing solution that I mentioned, and we also have some other key options here as well, such as full document management. You can also manage equipment items, equipment register and contracts with your customers within Prospect CRM. But on here, you can see we've got some categorization. So you're able to use these drop-down standard fields. They're all configurable, so you can make them your own and supportable for your business. But these are all key categorization fields that, can be reported on with our report builder. And we've also got the ability in this menu here to also customize the screen. So not only does that allow you to repurpose and rename fields that you can see here on the screen if they're not quite right for your business, you can also remove them as well, kind of clean up the interface to be more streamlined for your business. But you can also add up to 30 custom fields per record as well. So really flexible in terms of what you can do here with the customization within Prospect CRM. But quite importantly, we've got this at a glance section over on the right-hand side, and this gives you some top level information about your customer. So straight away, I can see what RFM segment Florist Farm Shop sits in. When they last ordered, it will also highlight to me here as well if they've got a missing order that they should have placed by now. And it also gives us some spend information. So spend in the last 365 days and the financial year to date spend as well. If I head into one of these tiles, so if I go to the last 365 days, that opens up the sales transactional page for this customer, which shows us a line by line view of everything this customer's ever purchased. So we've got the product information, the price they paid for it, how many they ordered, and even some key information such as invoice number and order, sales order number, all coming through from your accounting solution, your inventory system, including invoice dates, etc. And for some of our solutions, we also enable you to see paid flags as well. So having all of that key information about your customer within that one centralized solution and not having to switch apps. Not only this, we also provide, so whilst we've got this line by line view, which is obviously really great, being able to see exactly what customers have purchased, how much they paid for it, etc. But we amalgamate all of that, and for each of your customers, we're able to provide a sales analysis section as well. So this gives you a bit more of an in-depth view of your customers. So we can see some key stats at the top here, such as their order frequency. So Florist Farm Shop usually orders every 96 days. And I can also see the invoice value by month and also order value by month as well in these interactable graphs. If I go into the see more section, it gives me a full list by month and by financial year, and how much that customer spent in that particular month and year as well. So it's a really key analysis specifically on your customers and their buying patterns and habits. If I just scroll down, not only do we kind of show that on a top level invoice and order value view, we also show it by products. So I can see the top products that Florist Farm Shop buy. So they're usually buying the straight up strawberry jam. That makes up 78 or nearly 79% of their overall sales with us. So again, we're breaking down those sales, providing more actionable insights at a product level as well. And if I go into the see more section, it again provides us with a full list of all the products this customer's purchased, the value of all of those orders, and how many times they've ordered that product as well. So if I just click into one of these products, so the straight up strawberry jam, not only do we import all of the key customer information from your backend system, we're also importing your full product file as well. So if I go into this product here, you can see that we've got some key information about the product. So we import the cost price and list price and any special pricing that you might have. We can import those through, as well as all the stock information. So if I go to the stock levels page, I can see here by warehouse, you can manage what warehouses are shown in your available stock. But I can see the stock of a product straight away within Prospect CRM. So really key when I'm doing quotes and orders for customers within here, being able to see if we've got that product available, what the lead time is, when it can be delivered, and so on. You can also store images and files against products as well. So we can create really, beautiful quote documents to send to your customers and to your prospects as well, using product images within our quotation tables, as well as being able to attach files for products against emails. So if you have maybe specification or instruction manuals, they can all be managed within Prospect CRM. It's also worth noting that if you don't manage special pricing within your backend accounting or inventory solution, we do have the ability for you to actually set those special prices up by product and by customer. You can do quantity break pricing, etc., within Prospect CRM. So we do also help manage that side of it if that is not something you currently do, but would like to do. Maybe you're managing it on spreadsheets or something at the moment, which is definitely not uncommon. But that just means that you can apply those special prices when you're doing quotes and orders within Prospect CRM. Against the product, we also providing that sales transactional history that I showed on a customer. So this time you can see here all the customers that purchase this product. And again, the key information about the sale as well. So, how many of the product they purchased, on what the invoice number was, what the order date was, the sales order invoice, and the cost or the invoice value for that order as well. We also provide that sales analysis page on a product level too. So again, getting into more depth about a product. So I here can see the top buyers of a product. I can see how many times it's been ordered and the total value of those orders. So how is this product performing for me in my business? Well, I can see that straight away here against a product record. And if I scroll down, I've got a nice view of the buying pattern. So you can really see the seasonality of a product, when it performs well, when it's not performing so well, to be able to do things like running promotions, being able to understand how we can increase sales for this product in December or October, for instance. We've got some low sales there. Or indeed, it helps you with stock planning and being able to understand, forecasting of those products. So as you can start seeing now with all the product and customer information that's coming through, where we're getting that number one stock aware CRM phrase from, and how all of this then builds up to those actionable insights within the CRM to help you and customer facing teams grow the sales, service your customers in the most efficient way. And as you'd expect as well, we do provide all sorts of different other features that you'd expect from standard or traditional CRMs. If I go to this create button here, we've got things where you're obviously able to store and manage companies, whether that's prospects, so being able to manage your existing customers in here, and also creating prospects. And we do have a bulk import tool. If you go to an event or get a list of prospects that you want to get into here and manage, that is possible. And you can also, as you can see here, create those on the fly if you want to. We've also got all those top funnel sales management. So looking at getting more customers, we've got lots of features centered around filling that top of the funnel with new inquiries. So you can log an inquiry in Prospect CRM, so before it gets to the point of being qualified and taken on by a salesperson. And you can even create forms within the CRM, apply those to your current websites. They don't have to be hosted by us. So if you've got a corporate website, you can create a form within the CRM, put that on as a contact us page onto your website, and that will capture all of the details for that inquiry automatically in the CRM. It will create new contact records, etc., off the back of that as well. And just to also support on that top funnel, getting more customer segment, we also have full campaign manager facilities within the CRM. So being able to use all of this actionable insights to build up targeted contact lists to kind of, for prospects and for customers. And then we have integration to third-party marketing tools such as MailChimp and Klaviyo, allowing you to run things like marketing campaigns out from that, getting all the results back into CRM so you can see click-throughs. So really building up all of that good key information, not only on your customers, but on your prospects as well, who you should be targeting and why, and so on, and gaining, momentum through your sales opportunity and pipeline management too. We have full document management and we have a report builder. So, so all the reports that I've shown you today are standard. But obviously, as a business, you probably have different reporting requirements that might be a little bit out of the realms of what I've shown you. So we do have a full report builder capability within the CRM, also supported by the option to also integrate something like Microsoft Power BI for more graphical dashboard reports, if that is something you'd want to do as well. And quotes and sales orders we'll come back to in a second. But as I mentioned, we also have that customer service and after sales solution coupled with equipment management, so you can start managing if you're selling larger machines that are maybe serial numbered and so on, and you have warranty against those, or you do some servicing, etc. All of that is possibly something you can possibly manage within Prospect CRM, all in that one centralized location. So I'm just going to take you back to the customer record that we were on, so Flora's Farm Foods or Flora's Farm Shop, and I'm going to go to a contact record. So I've got Flora Farmer, which is a really nice name there. So I'm going to click on that contact, and that's going to open up Flora Farmer's contact record for us, where you can see that I can store all the key contact information, such as email address and phone number. And we've also got a communications tab here as well, which allows you to store additional emails, phone numbers, and also manage kind of GDPR, being able, unsubscribes and subscribes to marketing campaigns as well. We've also got some key categorization on the contact level, again, allowing you to kind of use that within reporting and building up targeted marketing lists too. You can also start seeing here, we've got an activity feed where I can start posting notes and key correspondence for Flora. So I can store all the emails that she sent to me or we've sent out to her, and start really building up there an activity feed of everything that's been going on with Flora Farmer. And I can even start setting reminders and tasks for myself or for other users of the CRM. So maybe Flora's given us a call and wants a call back from a specific person. I can type that note in, and I can assign that task either to myself or to another user of the CRM for a specific day and time. I can also do some reporting on different types of correspondence, so things like KPI reporting of number of meetings, calls, emails to be sent per week. All of that is possible with the task management that we have. So I'm just going to set that for myself for today, and that's going to store a note in that activity feed so everyone can see this current situation. But also I've got this little task list here within the CRM, which I can pop out, and it's got a little number there, terribly overdue 99 plus tasks I've got there to complete. But you can see that I've got my follow-up there due today, and I can go and see all my today's tasks, all my overdue, which there are very many. And also I can see some other my upcoming tasks as well. So full task management and correspondent management within the CRM. So Flora Farmer, as you can see, works at Flora's Farm Shop. So I've always got a breadcrumb menu to know exactly where these contacts work. And indeed, I can from here go up to Flora's Farm Shop and just click on that if I wanted to view some information about the company itself. So if I just head back to Flora Farmer's contact record, I can also from here, so Flora might be on the phone to us, she wants to place an order, but first of all, she'd like me to send her a quote so she can get a purchase order reference from her boss to be able to actually go ahead and confirm that order with us. So what I can do here is against Flora Farmer's record, I can go and I can choose to create a quotation. Now, it's worth noting that you can do this not only for customers, but for prospects as well. So just because Flora Farmer is a customer with us and they've got an account in your accounting or inventory solution, we can also, manage prospects in exactly the same way. They just don't have an account in that back-end solution just yet. But all of the features, all of these quoting features are available on prospects as well. But because Flora's Farm Shop has an account with us, it takes some key information such as their currency. You can see that these guys are in America, and you can also see that it takes warehouses and tax codes automatically from here as well. On a prospect, because it doesn't have that information coming from the account, it will just take the defaults that you've set. But I can put a description in here, so repeat order. Oh, sorry about that. Repeat order, April 2024. We can attach it to a salesperson, or it will automatically take the account manager, and I can go and click create. From here, you can see at the top here, we've got some stages. So we've got full pipeline management. So if you've got workflows in order to manage quotations or indeed sales opportunities, there's full pipeline management, which allows reporting off the back of that as well. But you can see exactly what stage of this quote we're at. I can also see some other key information here as well, such as the communications. So I've got the email address here, and I can also set a follow-up specifically to call Flora and make sure that she converts this quote over to an order. But because Flora's Farm Shop is an existing customer of us, the first thing it will do is offer us the most frequently ordered items. So a really key tool here when you're doing repeat ordering and they're placing the same products on an order, just kind of repeat stock orders time and time again. A really quick way of just adding those consistently ordered products to your new quote or order. If it's a prospect that doesn't have a sales history, it will offer you the most frequently ordered items across your full sales history for all of your customers. So it does still provide that, it's just not relevant to that prospect sales history. But you can see here my most frequently ordered items drop down. I've got all the items that Flora usually orders. I can see the cost, and that is the specific cost to Flora's farm shop if you've got those set up within your back-end inventory or accounting system. Or indeed, if you're setting those up, you can do within Prospect CRM, and we will take that and adhere to those on the quotations and orders that you're creating. But we can also see here we've got the products stock number, so I can see that the battery panel, the blistery blueberry jam here is out of stock, the fruit syrup is in stock, and so on. So I can just choose one of those products to add to the quotation. I can change the quantity, I can overtype the price or add a discount line here if I want to as well. And clicking on this pencil mark provides me with a further screen, which you can just make a little side pop out, which shows some key financials. So we've got cost price, sell price information, and off the back of that we can do margin reporting and profit reporting off of those cost and sell prices. It also breaks down more about the stock information and also shows us a nice little recent purchase history for this product to Flora's farm shop as well. So I can see the last time they ordered it, how many they ordered, and how much they paid for it as well. Just coming back to the main quotation screen, I can also do a search for a product, and I can do search by product code or by description. So this is your full product file that we're pulling through from your backend system that you can search within the CRM. So I'm going to just put in here strawberry jam, and that will find all the products that relate to that search term that I've entered. So I'm just going to add that to the order, and again, just change the quantity. If I click this add products button, I also get what we call a multi-line order entry report, where I can add products in kind of a more faster kind of order taking fashion. We can segment that down by category. You can do a search in here. So if I want to just find my jam products, I can search for jam, and then using our multi-line order entry, I can run down this list and add multiple products to the quotation at once. And if I add those, that will add into the background. You can see here we've got little pop-ups. We can also use upsell. So this is again looking at average order value and increasing that. You can use the upsell manager to link products together. So that might be recommended, it might be upgraded products, or indeed it could be must-sell items that you're prompting your users to make sure they're adding to these quotes and orders and make sure they're not forgotten. So I can use that feature, and I can make sure that we're adding must-sell or offering upgraded or recommended items at the point of quotation or order as well. We've also got another couple of nice reports in this drop down, so I can also build up a repeat stock order using their recently purchased history. So again, really nice if they're ordering the same products time and time again. I can just go down this list and change the quantities from what they ordered last time, and obviously a really quick and nice easy way to complete those repeat stock orders. It also tells us when the last order date was on that product as well on this report, all the stock information, their recent price, what the cost price is, what their price is, and so on. And if I add and close those products, you can see that's built up the quotation in the background for me. And I can then check all the information, and I can then choose to send that out to Flora. We can actually create documents in Word. So if you want to create proposal documents or more kind of templated quotation documents, we can do that. So if I choose a simple quote, you can see we can add your branding, your logo, your colours in, all really configurable because it's just Word documents that we're creating now. We can create those templates to be used time and time again, and you can have as many templates as required. So you might have one with VAT, one without, etc. Or you might have different quotation documents for customers versus prospects and so on. But you can see we have multiple different options in there that people can be using at this stage as a template. And what that does is just populates all the kind of standard blurb of that document. It will then put in there the customer information. It will pull through the quotation table that we've just created and allow you to attach that to an email and send it out. Equally, I can create that using an email. So we have an email editor in the CRM where we can create templates. So you can see here that I've got some few pre-completed templates, and I've got one that's email cover for PDF quote. If I select that, it will automatically put Flora's name in, my name, put some standard blurb in that we've created in the template. It automatically has attached that quotation as a PDF attachment. And it's also provided us with some approve and decline buttons. So we have a quote to order workflow, which allows Flora, once she gets this and gets approval from her boss, to just go and simply click approve, add a purchase order reference in, and go ahead and place that order, all without that kind of manumatic process from the salesperson of confirming that order for Flora. If the customer approves or declines that, the salesperson gets an email notification straight away, just to allow them to see if it's gone through as an order, or if maybe it's been declined and they might need to give Flora a call and find out what the situation is. But this email editor is within the CRM, so we can have this whilst you're building the emails in the CRM and sending them from there. We can attach this to your normal Outlook or Gmail domains with your normal signatures. So when it hits your customer's inbox, it's no different to kind of sending this out from your kind of normal mail client that you normally use. The only reason we kind of build these in the CRM is obviously we can do those cool templates that I'm showing you here. And equally, if I send that out, so just get that sent to Flora, what that will do is it automatically will store a copy of that email in the CRM. So if I go to the documents tab, I can see what emails have been sent, what attachments have been sent along with that, when it was sent, who sent it, all that key information. So full document storage. You can even drag and drop files and images in here if you want to as well. But if I go and open up that email, we also have the ability to track those as well. So I can see exactly when Flora's received that email, if she's opened it, how many times she's opened it, if she's clicked on any links, etc. So it really gives us lots of information about the emails that we're sending and being able to kind of follow those up at the right time as well. If I just go back to the quotation, I can also set a reminder, as I mentioned. If I go to the detail section, I can set myself a task to make sure that Flora places that within the next couple of days. If not, I can give her a call. And we've also got some key information here as well, such as being able to store when we think the close date's going to be and how likely using the photometer that the salesperson thinks it is to close by that date as well. So all of that then lends itself to the sales pipeline and forecasting reports that we have within the CRM. However, hopefully, once Flora's received this, she might not use the approve and decline buttons. We might have to give her a call back just to see what's going on if she hasn't got back to us in a couple of days. And hopefully on that call, she's like, yep, great, let's go ahead with that. It will be great to get that processed. So from here, I can enter a custom order reference. I can even set the delivery address, so that will automatically take the company address, but I can overtype that, do postcode lookup, or select a different delivery address from the CRM. I can also set delivery charges within here as well. So we have some simple delivery charge rules that you can set up, or we can do more complex ones for you. That is something we can discuss together, looking at your specific requirements after this webinar, hopefully. We've also got card payment facilities. So we have Stripe integrations. If you've got pro forma customers, we can take card payments and process those through directly to your back-end accounting solution as well. But once I've entered all that information, I've got the purchase order reference from Flora. All I now need to do is simply click confirm order, and that processes that through as a sales order to your accounting or inventory solution, your ERP solution, without the salesperson having to switch apps and go and rekey that. Clicking that confirm order button will create that sales order or sales invoice within your back-end system, and then allowing your operational process of generating the picking list, picking the products, packaging them, delivering them, invoicing the customer, and so on. And then all of that comes back into Prospect CRM as sales transactional lines for all that great customer insight that I showed previously. Now, it's also worth noting that, as I mentioned, all of this process can be followed with prospects as well. And those prospects will not have an account in your back-end system at this point. So when you've done that quotation and the customer or the new customer is ready to place their first order with you, actually clicking that confirm order button will open up a secondary screen, which then allows you to actually go and create a customer account in your back-end ERP or accounting solution, again, without having to switch apps. So making sure we're keeping all these key customer-related tasks in one centralized location for those customers, facing teams, your sales teams, etc. making sure they're not switching between apps and having lots and lots of different solutions open at any point. So really streamlining those processes. If I just head back to the dashboard that we were on earlier, so we've looked at all the kind of processing quotations, looked at customer records and the record types within the CRM. And this account management dashboard, as I mentioned, was all about your existing customers. If I drop that down, we have a wealth of other dashboard reports, such as sales rep and sales manager dashboards. We've got sales pipeline and Kanban reports, inquiries pipeline. If I select the sales pipeline, for instance, that shows all my quotations and sales opportunities as a salesperson, and I can manage them through this view. I can drag and drop over, etc. If I go to the sales rep dashboard, again, it gives me a top level view of all the things that I'm working on, how I'm tracking against targets. You can see the orders that you've confirmed this month versus last month, and also all of the opportunities and quotations that are yet to be confirmed that you need to follow up on. So real nice kind of area for a salesperson, account manager, etc., to head to work out what it is they need to be actioning, what their task is for today or tasks, what their priorities should be and where their focus is. So again, this coupled with the task management allows you to, or allows the users to really set out their day and really contact the right people at the right time, making them more reactive, more proactive than reactive, and really streamline all of their processes. We also have a wealth of sales reports in the navigation menu down the side. If I head to the sales section, we've got reports, standard reports in there that we provide to all customers. So things like customers who bought X and not Y, customers who've not bought X. We've got increasing revenue customers, new and returning customers, and we've got predicted churn alerts and so on, sales by product category, all sorts of lots of sales reports in there to be utilised by the users to really get a handle on what's going on with their prospects and their existing customers. And all these reports obviously then lend itself as well to doing targeted marketing lists. So you can target those customers who bought product X but not product Y. And again, you can start targeting out and upselling your products to your customer base. And just on that note, just to finish off the demonstration today, one of the other key reports that we have in the dashboard drop down here is Magic Matrix Dashboard. Now, again, this is not a tool that we wrote or a logic that we wrote. It's actually a Harvard Business School reporting logic called Magic Matrix. But what this allows us to do is, based on the sales history, we can actually show you where you've got cross-sell opportunities within your existing customer base. So I can see here that my finished jam product is my most popular product with 13 customers that are buying from that particular product category. But I do have 4 customers that don't yet buy from it. So again, just making sure we've got that top level view of where we've got cross-sell opportunities within our existing customer base. And without going out and getting new customers, we can leverage the customers that we already have, that we're already talking to, that are already buying our products, and we can grow our sales by upselling them product ranges or products that they're not yet buying from us. You can configure categories in here. So if you're using the likes of Xero, where you only have a one level product tree that doesn't allow categories, you can actually configure categories within Prospect CRM specifically for Magic Matrix reporting, which, as you can see, is a really powerful tool. But if I go to Open Magic Matrix, that provides us with, as you can see, kind of a grid form here with all our customers down the side, all our product categories at the top, and really clear color coding showing where you've got customers that aren't purchasing from that product category in red, where they are purchasing in green, again, all driven by that sales history that we're importing. Obviously, we know all this from that. And you can then start building up awareness, start logging sales opportunities off the back of this, and start looking at cross-selling those products within your existing customer base. So the blue dots highlight where you've got a sales opportunity created for this product category for that customer, and amber is where you've added them to a campaign, maybe an email marketing campaign or a calling campaign, where you're kind of building up this awareness and starting to talk to these customers that aren't purchasing these product categories from you. And we even provide a build awareness section here, which kind of takes you through building those campaigns up, building that awareness, and really leveraging the Magic Matrix to drive business growth and sales. And again, I know that I've kind of run through all of this, but we do have lots of information about Magic Matrix. We've got documents on how to get started with it, how to leverage this, how to build it up. As you can see here, questions and setup information, and basically all the kind of webinars and stuff that we've run there as well. So that brings us to the end of today's demonstration. If I just take us back to our PowerPoint presentation. So next steps, hopefully you really love what you've seen today, but as I mentioned, I've only kind of just scratched the surface on all the features that are available, and obviously not been able to go into a lot of depth on all of them because we've got very limited time. But we do have a 14-day free trial, which you can take via our website. So if you go to prospectsoft.com, there is an action button there, which is free trial. So if you click on that, it will then allow you to get that free trial set up. You can even do your integration to your system within the free trial. So you get all this actionable insight in those 14 days. Even if you don't go ahead, definitely take a trial, definitely look at your Magic Matrix and the RFM, see what that's got to offer, and take some, some actionable insights, even just within that 14 days. But in that time, we can do a more one-to-one demonstration with you, going through some of the kind of key areas that are relevant to you in a bit more detail. But definitely take a trial. The integration is pretty much a couple of clicks, gets that integrated to your back-end system. So you have all that actionable insight, even within that free trial period. So I have rambled on for quite some time. We do have a couple of minutes left for some questions, which I know you guys have been asking as we've been going on. So if I'm going to pick a couple out of there. If we don't have time to answer your question today, don't worry, we'll take that offline and come back to you with that. Equally, if you take a free trial, we can get you in with a sales consultant to answer more specific questions. I know this is quite generic, and you probably have a lot more kind of business-centric questions that you might want to ask. So one question we've got here is from someone who currently has Xero, which is great. Definitely something we integrate to, but so I have Xero currently, and I'm looking to implement an inventory system alongside that. What is the situation here? Can I integrate to Xero and then switch the integration? Yes. So we have out of the box integration to Xero, to QuickBooks, to Sin7 Core, Sin7 Omni, Katana, and so on. So we have lots of out of the box integrations, and we do have lots of customers, that start with Xero or QuickBooks, and they might find that the inventory solution, kind of the inventory management, is quite light because they are, what they're meant to be, accounting systems. So we have lots of customers that start with Xero. You can connect that to Prospect CRM, start using that, and at some point, if you then introduce an inventory management system into your app stack, such as Sin7, you can then switch the integration. And what that does mean, so it's a bit of a process to do because we have to merge the data, because what we can actually do is retain your sales history data from Xero as well. So when you typically implement an inventory system or a new system, you tend to start with blank accounts. You start from Xero again. But we are actually able to retain that historical data within Xero or another inventory system, and allow you to still provide that actionable insights and go live with a new system. So there's a bit of a merging to do, and we can get one of our consultants to help you do that. We can give you an estimate for switching that over. But yes, we can switch them over. You can retain your Xero data and go and use your new inventory system. But that is something we can definitely talk to you more about on a one-to-one basis as well. What is the pricing structure for Prospect CRM? Yes, good question. I probably should have mentioned that. Sorry about that. Let me just show you. So you can head, we don't hide any of our pricing. You can head to our website, prospectsoft.com/pricing, and that outlines our pricing there as well. So you can see we have different options. Most of our customers sit on the professional system, which includes everything that I've shown today in the demonstration. So you can see here, it starts at £318 per month, and that does include 4 users. You can obviously scale up from there. So using this little scale bar, you can see how much that will be per user. So you can obviously check out our pricing page. Nothing's hidden. We do also have support options as well. Obviously, looking at kind of your future use of Prospect CRM, we have different support options which you can choose from as well. And we also include onboarding as free of charge with all new systems. We find, customers that do proper onboarding have much more success and have quicker return on investment. We know how important that is for building relationships with our customers and making our customers successful. If you're successful, we're successful. So we do include that within the cost as well to make sure that you get off to a flying start with the CRM. Okay, so that brings us to the end today. Sorry, we haven't had a lot of chance to go over too many questions. I did go on for quite a bit of time, but we'll take those offline and come back to you. But please, take a trial of Prospect CRM, look at the actionable insights that you get with your data. Let us know if you've got any questions. We'll be happy to help, give you a one-to-one demo, answer some more specific questions. But thank you very much for your time today, and hopefully I look forward to working with you all in the future on your Prospect CRM solution.